The most important component of team success is being able to run an efficient side-out offense. Your team has to be able to successfully receive serve. Your setter has to be able to place the ball accurately in a position where the hitter gets a good swing, and then that hitter has to score. One of the things that is discouraging is so many teams seem to be copying each other in terms of their side-out system. And the purpose of this video is we want to try to get coaches to creatively think about what is the best way for our team to score, not necessarily how is everybody else doing it. So as we look at this international team, you'll see that they receive serve with 5 people, and they cover the court very efficiently with 5 people. And the other thing we'll focus on is those people will attack all 30 feet of the net, and the hitters are being put in position where they can most successfully score. And that's the thing that we're really going to focus on, is the ability of teams to attack all 30 feet of the net. And as we go through these side-out patterns, you'll see that the attack will come from various parts of the net, and the hitters will leave their zones, whereas you see here how the left front is attacking all the way behind the setter. And by doing this, in actuality, the reception team is becoming the aggressor, and they're forcing the block to track hitters and try to attack the seams between blockers rather than just attacking a small area in front of the setter and then 2 small areas at each antenna. So the thing I really want coaches to consider is do some thinking about, why do we just pass with 3 people? And might we cover the court more efficiently with 4 passers or 5 passers? I think at the end of the day, your best passers need to be in a court position where they touch the ball the most. However, the other passers can help them out by passing small slices of the court. So once we establish we want to pass with more people, now if you look at the reception pattern, what you're going to see is they protect the front part of the court first, because I think the ball that's landing in front of the people is much more difficult to pass than a ball that's coming at a passer high. So we want to protect the first, let's say 2/3 of the court, the front 2/3, and then we'll react to a ball landing in the last third of the court, because in essence that's an easier ball to pass just by manipulating your platform. Now as we go through the various patterns, you'll see how this team moves their hitters around, tries to attack seams as you see there, and they try to get where their hitters are leaving zones. They'll start receiving in left front and hit from right front, or vice versa. Or the outside hitter will use the middle attacker to create a timing differential for the block. So in every rotation, you'll see how the hitters move themselves around and place themselves where they are either the most efficient attacker, or they're putting their best attacker over the weaker blocker. So there's lots of creativity going on relative to who's hitting, where they're hitting from. So here you see in rotation 3, since we're receiving 5 people, that the setter will come out of left back rather than being at the net. Once the setter is in the front row, as you see here, rotations 4, 5, and 6, they try to use a back row attacker to go opposite the middle hitter. And by that I mean, if the middle hitter stays in front of the setter, the back row attacker will go behind. If the middle hitter goes behind the setter, the back row hitter will stay in front. So as you see here, the middle hitter went in front of the setter, so then the back row attacker came behind, and the same thing there. So I think even with club level players, your better attackers can hit out of the back row as you see there. And I think it just takes some time where they get the arm swing down to hit deep on the court, and then they become a vital part of the offense. So again, as you see, the quick hitter goes behind, so the back row hitter will stay in front. So this team is running a very efficient side-out offense. They're attacking multiple parts of the court, and you notice how the block really has to struggle to keep up with where hitters are attacking, and more often than not, there's a lot of situations where the attacker is just hitting against one or sometimes no blockers. So winding up, we want coaches to be very creative with putting their best hitters in a position where they are the most efficient, be that front row or back row. We would encourage you to pass with 4 or 5 passers instead of just 3, and we would encourage you to protect the front 2/3 of the court first and then react to balls that are being served deep, where you can either back up and get behind the ball or just manipulate your platform to pass these successfully. So hopefully some food for thought as you put your side out offense together.